So what will it take to make sure Albuquerque renters can afford to live here? One city councilor believes the solution begins before the tenants even sign a lease. Griffin Rushton looked over two new proposals today. So Griffin, the goal is to give the renters more power when it comes to finding a home.
Yeah, it's all about transparency. Councilor Tammy Fiebelkorn is behind two new proposals aimed at regulating Albuquerque's rental market. She says the goal is to give city leaders a better idea about how many rental units are actually out there, but also giving renters a better idea about how much their new home will cost them before they're handed the keys.
Most of the landlords in our city are fair, transparent, very clear with what folks are going to get. It's the few that are making it really hard.
Albuquerque City Councilor Tammy Fiebelkorn has heard from plenty of renters who ended up paying a lot more for their apartments than they expected.
One person was charged a $200 origination fee, and that seems to be for literally printing out the lease so that she could sign it.
Her newly introduced residential tenant protection ordinance wants to make sure those kind of surprises are disclosed ahead of time. The bill requires landlords to post a list of application fees, minimum income and credit score requirements, plus items on a background check that could disqualify applicants.
So what we're trying to do is make it real clear and transparent for people who are looking for a rental unit.
Fiebelkorn's bills are also going after for-profit charges. There's language requiring landlords to return fees for unprocessed applications. It prohibits fees for different forms of payment like cash versus check, and pet rent would be capped at $15 a month.
Fees should be a pass-through cost, an actual cost that is passed through to the consumer. And that's all this bill says.
However, Fiebelkorn is proposing a new permitting process for all rental units, which would include an annual fee for landlords. Those fees start at $50 for a single unit.
We certainly aren't doing anything here to make money for the city. This is really just to cover the cost of setting up that registry.
While Fiebelkorn believes most landlords are not overcharging tenants, she says these proposals could keep some bad actors at bay.
I think that there is always a role for regulation so that we can protect those that are most vulnerable in our community.
Fiebelkorn says it could be several weeks before the full city council discusses these bills. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to take a closer look at these proposals from both sides of the housing crisis, including a landlord and renter who both agree with one of Fiebelkorn's ideas. Back to you.
All right, Griffin, we'll look forward to that. Thanks.